Good Friday appears at moments to be a day that's out of control. But Jesus, over and over again, told his disciples exactly what was going to happen. He knew the promise, and he knew that he was the fulfillment. So he set his face toward Jerusalem, and he did what he said he came to do, not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. So pause with us and let us reflect on the finished work of Christ.
Passion of our Savior, the mercy of our God, the cross that leaves no question of the measure of his love. Our chains are gone, our debt is paid, the cross has overthrown the grave. For Jesus' blood that sets us free means death to death and life for me. The innocent judged guilty, while the guilty one walks free. And death would be his portion, and our portion liberty. Our chains are gone, our debt is paid, the cross has overthrown the grave. For Jesus' blood that sets us free means death to death and life for me. Our chains are gone, our debt is paid, the cross has overthrown the grave. For Jesus' blood that sets us free means death to death and life for me. Means death to death and life for me.
He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. Like a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that before its shearers is silent, so he opened not his mouth.
Now Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus said, "You have said so." But when he was accused by the chief priests and elders, he gave no answer. Then Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many things they testify against you?" But he gave no answer, not even to a single charge, so that the governor was greatly amazed.
The gospel changes everything, the turning point in history. Even now it's changing me from who I was. The story of my Savior calls me to the wonder of the cross. The gospel changes everything, and it is changing me. The gospel changes everything, the turning point in history. And even now it's changing me from who I was. The story of my Savior calls me to the wonder of the cross. The gospel changes everything, and it is changing me. You saved my soul by your blood, and I'm undone by your great love. You made a way so I could come just as I am to you, my God. Jesus changes everything. There is no greater mystery that God would come to rescue me from who I was. The kindness of my Savior calls me to the wonder of his love. And Jesus changes everything, and he is changing me. You saved my soul by your blood, and I'm undone by your great love. You made a way so I could come just as I am to you, my God. You saved my soul by your blood, and I'm undone by your great love. You made a way so I could come just as I am to you, my God. You made a way so I could come just as I am to you, my God.
Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace, and with his wounds we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus to the governor's headquarters, and they gathered the whole battalion before him. And they stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and twisting together a crown of thorns, they put it on his head and put a reed in his right hand. And kneeling before him, they mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they spit on him and took the reed and struck him on the head. And when they had mocked him, they stripped him of the robe and put his own clothes on him and led him away to crucify him.
Come behold the wondrous mystery. In dawning of the King. He the theme of heaven's praises, robed in frail humanity. In our longing, in our darkness, now the light of life has come. Look to Christ who condescended, took on flesh to ransom us. Come behold the wondrous mystery, He the perfect Son of Man. In His living, in His suffering, never trace nor stain of sin. See the true and better Adam come to save the hell-bound man. Christ the great and sure fulfillment of the law, in Him we stand. Come behold the wondrous mystery, Christ the Lord upon the tree. In the stead of ruined sinners hangs the Lamb in victory. See the price of our redemption, see the Father's plan unfold, bringing many sons to glory, grace unmeasured, love untold. Come behold the wondrous mystery, Christ the Lord upon the tree. In the stead of ruined sinners hangs the Lamb in victory.
All who see me mock me. They make mouths at me. They wag their heads. He who trusts in the Lord, let him deliver him. Let him rescue him, for he delights in him. Yet you are he who took me from the womb. You made me trust you at my mother's breasts. On you was I cast from my birth, and from my mother's womb you have been my God. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, and there is none to help. Many bulls encompass me, strong bulls of Bashan surround me. They open wide their mouths at me, like a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted within my breast. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue sticks to my jaws. You lay me in the dust of death. For dogs encompass me, a company of evildoers encircles me. They have pierced my hands and feet. I can count all my bones. They stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots.
As they went out, they found a man of Cyrene, Simon by name. They compelled this man to carry his cross. When they came to a place called Golgotha, which means place of a skull, they offered wine to drink, mixed with gall, but when he tasted it, he would not drink it. And when they had crucified him, they divided his garments among them by casting lots. Then they sat down and kept watch over him there. And over his head they put the charge against him, which read, "This is Jesus, King of the Jews." Then 2 robbers were crucified with him, one on the right and one on the left. And those who passed by derided him, wagging their heads and saying, "You who would destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." So also the chief priests with the scribes and elders mocked him, saying, "He saved others, he cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down from the cross now, and we will believe him. He trusts in God. Let God deliver him now, if he desires him. For For he said, I am the Son of God. And the robbers who were crucified with him also reviled him in this way.
A place inside my spirit beckons from a hill. Sometimes I choose to visit, sometimes against my will. I take the long and sloping road, as though I hear some rooster crow, and driven by a prayer I go to the cross. Whenever I resist it, I am not at rest. It hovers there, inviting me to be a humble guest. I need it daily, this I know. So with my selfish tears in tow, and with my fighting fears, I go to the cross. And there I lay them down for the Savior's love. 'Cause he gave his flawless life, I'll take it all. And so I will determine this cross to be my friend. I will bury it in my heart until my pride is dead. Part of me will tell it no, but Christ was there before me, so I'll follow faithfully and go to the cross. I'll follow faithfully and go to the cross.
My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning?
Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani, that is, my God, why have you forsaken me?
and dead, my Savior bleed? And did my sovereign die? Would he devote that sacred head for such a worm as I? Was it for crimes that I had done? He groaned upon the tree. Amazing pity, grace unknown, and love beyond degree. At the cross, where I first saw the light. At the cross, I receive my sight. Well, might the sun in darkness hide and shut his glories in, when Christ the mighty Maker died for man, the creature's sin. At the cross, where I first saw the light. At the cross, I receive my sight. My burdens rolled away, Christ Jesus in my place. Blood, mercy pours in grace, his love on full display. The debt of love I owe, no work would ever do. My life I give to you. Here, Lord, have all of me. All of me. At the cross, where I first saw the light. At the cross, I receive my sight. But drops of grief can ne'er repay the debt of love I owe. Here, Lord, I give myself away. 'Tis all that I can do.
And I will pour out on the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of grace and pleas for mercy, so that when they look on me, on him whom they have pierced, they shall mourn for him, as one mourns for an only child, and weep bitterly over him, as one weeps over a firstborn. On that day, the mourning in Jerusalem will be great. On that day, there shall be a fountain open for the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to cleanse them from sin and uncleanliness. When Jesus had received sour wine, he said, "It is finished." And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit.